Hello, I'm Carolyn Knott, and this video is a short description of the retail stores that were part of Henry Headley's company. By the way, my father, Philip Headley, told me that the company name at the time was just Henry Headley, not Henry Headley Limited or even Henry Headley & Co., despite the way it's listed by the UK National Archives. So there you go. The business started in Ashford, Kent. Initially, the family lived above the store, first at 36 and then 46 High Street, which served as the main shop and also as a warehouse. They sold food and various items of hardware, such as buckets and kettles. The business was started by Henry Headley and subsequently run by his son, Lewis Percy, who was always called Percy, and then by his son, Lewis Westcott, who was always called Lewis. Percy was my grandfather. For more information on who's who, see the family tree video. Philip worked for a few months in the office of Henry Headley and had to memorize the hundredweight table, which was a conversion of pounds per hundredweight to shillings and pence per pound. No calculators, of course, all done by mental arithmetic. By the way, some of the old ledger books from the firm are now lodged at the UK National Archives in Maidstone, if you want to take a look at them. When Philip was nearing the end of his life, he talked about the summer he had worked with Mr. King, the handyman, to help maintain the stores. So in 2006, just for fun, we drove around Kent to see if we could find the old stores. We relied on Philip's memory and the help of passing strangers. We would get to a village and all pile out of the car and ask passers-by, "Do you know where the Headley stores used to be?" And we often got lots of help. That being said, I cannot guarantee the accuracy of the data and would welcome corrections and additions. As far as I know, there were 22 stores. The following pages show the stores we could find in the order in which we found them as we drove around Kent. They're distributed around Ashford, which was the central warehouse. The first store was right next to Percy's first house, the Cabin on Upper Vicarage Road. We spoke to Mr. Wood, who used to do grocery deliveries on his bike. He told us about the bacon safe, where the bacon was kept. When he took the bacon out of the safe, he would have to scrape the maggots off before slicing it for the customer. The sultanas were kept in a large drawer, and when he opened the drawer, all the wasps would fly up. Apparently normal practice in those days, but probably wouldn't pass health and safety regulations right now. Originally, all the stores had distinctive glazed bricks around the window or door. We always looked for them, and I have used a red star to highlight the pictures that have the glazed bricks. For 20 years, the Y store was run by Dorothy Coulter and originally had tea rooms attached, which are now part of the store. Behind this store was a house called the Manor House, where Philip and Mr. King were repairing the roof when Chamberlain signed the Munich Agreement. The Manor House was one of many properties that Percy bought near the stores. This enabled him to put the branch manager of the store as agent to take care of the property. As a side note, the train line ran from Ashford through Wye, Chilham and Chartham to Canterbury. When this was announced by a station boarder, he would say, "Wye, Chilham and Cartham to Canterbury." In Brookland, there is a bell tower covered with cedar. Some of that cedar comes from a tree which used to stand on the front of 42 Westram Road, Bessells Green, Sevenoaks. That was our family home for 60 years. The cedar tree was damaged in the Great Storm of 1987 and had to be taken down, with the cedar being put to good use in Brookland. As you can see, some of the stores still look like stores, although the store at Sutton Valence in 2006 was a hairdresser called Snippets. Some are clearly residential. We end with the store at Leeds, which is a residence called the Old Store. We are missing the locations of a few stores. Whether because we couldn't find them or because we ran out of time, I don't remember. But it's fun to look at those we found. A testament to my ancestors who ran a successful business and provided for a large family for over 100 years. Thank you for watching. Any questions or comments, email me at headleyhistory@gmail.com.